Jamie, Charlotte-Mecklenburg police launched a campaign this week in an effort to address a growing fentanyl problem by trying to relate to teens. 179 people have died from fentanyl overdoses since the start of the year in Charlotte, and that is a 20% increase since this time last year. WBTV's Claire Kopsky joins us now live in Charlotte with how, Claire, that campaign is really being received. What did you find today?
Well, Molly, that campaign is called Street Pills Kills, and it uses slogans that was meant to connect with teens, and it's also a campaign that is causing people to ask, did they miss the mark here? But local families say regardless of the wording that was used, they say they hope the focus is kept on awareness.
It's been 4 months and a week.
Not long since the worst day of her life.
My 17-year-old son, Laird, died on July 1st from fentanyl poisoning.
Her son, Laird Ramirez, was about to be a junior at Hough High School in Cornelius.
He was at a sleepover with some friends. He took half a pill, and that half a pill was 7 milligrams of fentanyl. And 2 milligrams will kill a person.
Amid the grief, she says her mission is to inform more kids and parents about the dangers of fentanyl.
This is easy to brush away. It's them, it's other, it's not my kid, and I am here to tell you, if it's not your kid now, it will be your kid.
When she saw CMPD's campaign meant to raise awareness for how her son died, she had mixed emotions.
It's not enough to move the needle, no, but it's a great start. Quite frankly, just the fact that we're having this conversation, because some of the language is maybe not awesome, is great. It's getting eyeballs on the subject, which is the whole point. Fentanyl and find out. You plus street pills equals we don't ship. No cap, those pills are sus.
But there was one slogan she felt might stick.
The only Fenty we like is the beauty brand at Rihanna. I love that.
She thinks to really reach kids, it's going to take buy-in from big stars like Rihanna or even Taylor Swift.
This is not going to go viral. And we know everything right now is you have to go viral in order to make a difference.
Now, parents like Gwen have reached out to Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools to see if they could come and speak in the building to talk to kids about the dangers, to share the stories of their children that they lost so suddenly. I am told that Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools denied their request to speak to students. We did reach out to them today to see what they are doing to educate students and to address this issue. We have yet to hear back. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Well, and as she said, Claire, we're having the discussion about fentanyl, and maybe that is just the first step, regardless, as she said, of the language. Thank you.